Hi there, this is the first of probably a 2 or 3 part series, and what I'm doing is replacing the 5/8 flex, or excuse me, 5/8 hex bearing that holds the steering column in place so that you can turn properly. And what's happening is you'll find here that the steering, when I'm turning it, as you can see, it just spins. It doesn't, and the wheels will move one way, but I'll go to turn the other way. I got this thing up on jack stands, but I can, there's really, there's a miss there. So what's happening is that shaft is moving around through the hole, through that metal plate underneath, and it's moving. And what that hex bearing does is it holds it centered so it's not moving, and it locks into that steering gear properly. So what I have here is, here's a hopefully you can see this. The highlighted are the parts that are being replaced, and these are the parts that are being replaced. This here is your the gear, and that what actually happens here is this will be sitting like this, that sits like that, and I believe that'll sit like that. That'll be at the bottom of your steering shaft. And then what this does is this will drop into the plate, and then the steering column will go through the center of this and bolt together. And if you look at your exploded view diagram, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And what's happening is we'll go underneath real quick, and It show you what the symptom is here and what we're going to fix. And it doesn't look pretty. I've never done this before, so I don't know if I don't know how this is going to go. But this tractor, just so you know, you're looking at wear of 8 years of wear. I've never replaced any of these parts. That PTO is the original PTO. This thing's been an awesome tractor. So what we have right here is, you see that movement? That's telling me up there that that bearing, that hex bearing, and it's really not a bearing as much as it is something that holds that shaft centered. You can kind of see, if maybe you can see through there, you can see the, there's the steering column. You can get up there and see it. Maybe, yeah, that's not a good picture. But that's what's going to happen. I have replaced this here belt. I use vbelts.com. It's a Kevlar belt. Haven't had any problems with it. Doesn't stretch out. It's awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna bust into this thing, and then I'll get back to showing you what's going on. But this is a 8-year-old tractor, and the steering is the first time I've had problems with it. It started to get a little difficult, and then it just what ends up happening is this stuff right here, it's got to float, because of course your steering is going to float a little bit. Your front wheels, they've got to float. So what this gear does is it's got to be tight in there so it can force that to turn. And we'll get that fixed. So